Marcus Rashford. Let's talk to somebody who may take a slightly different view on whether we should be celebrating the Englishness of the team. England manager Gareth Southgate's talking about the wartime spirit, the spirit of the Blitz. He says we should be proud of an island our size. Why shouldn't we be? Maurice Mcleod is a social commentator and chief executive of Race on the Agenda. Maurice, if I can use your first name, good morning to you. You heard what John Denham said. We should be proud of the Englishness of this team. Are you?
Yeah, I am, to be honest. And good morning, Andrew. I am proud of this team. I think that the Englishness, I guess it's however you define Englishness. When I look at the team that we've currently got, and it is beautifully diverse. It's got, as John just said, because of the English history of going around the world and sort of getting involved in other people's countries, there are a lot of people that then come to this country and choose it to be their own. And I think that's a good thing. And I think that's really been reflected in this brand of Englishness that I think most of us could get behind and can sort of proudly support. I certainly can.
And it's the contrast with 55 years ago. I mean, if you think about most of the people in Wembley Stadium cheering on the 66 team were white, were men, particularly, not so many women, and the entire team was white. The football establishment was white. I mean, I just rattled off some of the names there of the black players. Now, you might take issue with the fact there are no Asian players in that lineup. Is that to your mind, is that a negative?
I'm afraid it is. I mean, like everyone, I'm enjoying this team. Like everyone, I'm celebrating the work that they're doing. I think we need to be careful not to go too far and say, oh, look, this is it. It's a watershed moment. You know, Britain is now post-racial and everything's brilliant and everyone can get along. And then point out that there are 0 Asian players in the England setup. And to my mind, I don't think there ever has been an Asian player in the England team, despite making up a sizable chunk of, I think Michael Tropper maybe got a call-up, I'm not sure.
I guess you might argue perhaps there's a more natural affinity in the Asian community with cricket, where you would find Asian players in the England lineup.
So I was involved in Kick It Out, the anti-racism in football body, about 20-odd years ago, and that was the argument people used to make. Oh, Asian, you lads don't like football. That's not true. When we're talking about second, third and fourth, even generation players. When I grew up in South London, I was surrounded by black, Asian, white, and we all played football. The white kids and the black kids, the teachers think, oh, yeah, they're made for football. Whereas there was something in maybe the teachers thinking when you'd look at an Asian kid and think, oh, no, you're going to be too weak or you should be playing cricket. And there is still a problem there. We still need to truly have a game that reflects our country. Yeah. But let's not be, I'm not up for being too negative today. This is a brilliant...
It is a great day. And also, Maurice, it must be great for some young black men in our inner cities who perhaps think their career prospects are limited. They look at their peers who've perhaps got into trouble with gangs, and they look at that England lineup and they see people like Marcus Rashford who have become national heroes, very articulate. You think about the guy who took on the government not once but twice over school meals and won. So that must be some encouragement.
Absolutely. I think that the work of Rashford and Raheem Sterling, the stuff that Gareth Southgate's been saying on race, this is brilliant. This is saying you can be really good at your job, you can be super successful, and you can have a social conscience as well. I think it's a blueprint for how people can get involved in their societies and can get involved in their communities. They've been more effective, to be honest, than a lot of politicians in making change, and that's great.
I did say to some Tory MPs, don't mix it with a Manchester United footballer called Marcus Rashford. They did it not once but twice and lost both times. A very powerful, effective communicator, isn't he?
Absolutely, and the thing is, because was he 22 years old?
Like that, yeah.
And he's just truly speaking from experience. He's lived, a poor life. He grew up with disadvantage, and he's just remembering it and doing something about it now that he's in a position to affect change. I think that's great. That's a blueprint for everybody, surely.
Absolutely. That's Marcus Mcleod. He's a social commentator and chief executive of Race on the Agenda. Well, over to you.